My thing is, though, right, is I feel like for a lot of working class guys out here who maybe just have a normal 9 to 5, maybe they have a warehouse job, maybe they work at Amazon, maybe they're delivering packages to your door. It feels like there's like a narrative being pushed amongst the more popular women in our culture that, you know, that might not be enough these days. Would you ever give a normal guy a chance?
Probably not. Like, it's just, you know, it's cool for somebody else.
What if he's got a plan, though?
No.
She said.
Because, like, men like to get up. They like to get up and then dip on the person that was there when they was, you know, coming up.
On the come up?
So I'd rather just hit me when the come up happened.
Hey, guys, what's going on? So I just ran across this clip of Kaliii basically admitting that, you know, she only wants guys when they've made it or they've already reached that pinnacle of success. And also she mentioned that most guys leave girls who are actually down for them, and they have a tendency to, like, you know, basically leave or cheat on them, whatever the case may be, even though they've been loyal. See, here's the thing. I'm not going to sit there and say that guys don't cheat, and I'm not going to sit there and say that there aren't some guys out there who do break up with their girlfriends. But, Kaliii, you do realize that women file 80% of the divorces, right? They file 80% of the divorces, and most of the time, you guys are the ones that always leave. Like I said before, men are loyal. Like, I'm not saying a man can't cheat, but most guys, like, we're loyal as hell. Like, we have the same barber and the same basketball and football teams for years. So, you know, most guys don't leave their girlfriends, especially when they've been solid. Are there some who do? Yes, not denying that. But most, that's BS, especially when 80% of the divorces are filed by women. And most breakups end because the female wanted to leave, whether she tells the guy straight up or she manipulates the breakup. So you can't sit there and tell me that, you know, most guys leave their girls even though those girls have proven to be ride or die and they've been loyal. That is just simply not true at all. That's not true, and the facts show it. But nonetheless, I'm going to break down exactly why most girls think this way in terms of them wanting a guy at the finish line when he's finally made it in life. Number one, social media. Social media has played a big part in girls being delusional as hell. And here's why I say delusion. There's nothing wrong with a female wanting a guy who is successful. I get it, I understand it. You don't want a guy who's a bum. But most guys are not going to be millionaires. Most men are not going to make 300 grand a year. That's just the bottom line. Most women want a fairy tale that Instagram provides. Unfortunately, most people, due to Instagram now, they live their lives on Instagram and they base reality due to what they see on Instagram. So when girls see a lot of guys who appear like they always have money and it seems like their girlfriends get the whole world and things are so perfect, they think that's how their life should be. When they see a lot of girls getting diamond earrings, the best fashion bags known to man, yacht trips, vacations 24/7, you know, they think that that's how their relationship should be all the time. So that's why they always want someone who's very rich and very successful so they can give them a very luxury lifestyle. That's what's going on, unfortunately. So what does that do? It makes the average man very obsolete. Now, I'm not saying, you know, through a man's perspective, I'm not saying that being average should be a goal. You should always strive for more and you should always want the best out of life. But unfortunately, most guys will probably never see $250,000 a year. That's just the bottom line. Not saying that, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But that's just the reality of the situation. So the thing is that I'm not saying a girl should deal with a guy who's not stable. If he's not stable, then obviously you shouldn't be dealing with him. Fine, I give you that. But just to sit there and say that, you know, guys don't leave, they always leave their girls, especially when they're loyal, it's just completely false. But nonetheless, social media is definitely a big reason as to why girls want the new rapper. They basically want the guy that can give them a Disneyland on Earth. That's basically the guy they want. A guy that can appear, that he can give them every single type of treatment that they can get is the person that they want. A second reason why a girl will want a guy who is at the finish line is because they're not very patient. Guys, it's something that even I had to learn the hard way. Most women are not patient. They're just not. Now, the thing is that there's no way a woman can be patient with a guy who's not doing shit. Now, if a guy's unemployed, he shows no ambition to do anything, he's not about nothing, he'd rather smoke weed and drink all day, and he's not about chasing the bag, okay, fine. Not gonna understand why you wouldn't want to deal with a guy like that. But if a guy's making damn near $70,000 a year by himself with no kids, you can't sit here and tell me that he's not some type of a catch. But unfortunately, a lot of girls think that that's not enough because they want the big time lifestyle and they don't want to wait for financial freedom. They want it right now, right now. So that makes it even hard for the average guy to give them or to live up to the fantasies that they have in their head due to social media and also to some of their delusional ass friends. Their impatience does cause that a lot. And the thing is, women always been naturally impatient when it comes to a man not having their shit together. That's fine. I definitely get that. I respect that. But due to the fact that women have naturally always been impatient, combined with social media always giving them a false reality of what the world is, now they don't want to wait for a guy to even get to the mountaintop. That's just basically what it is now. It's caused a lot of girls to be even more impatient. That's the way it is. And you want to know why it's like that? Like, look at TV, for example. You see all these shows and channels on TV now. So what does that do? Every time you're watching TV, it causes you to be impatient when in terms of you getting excited. Because you know that, hey, well, if this doesn't get me excited within the first 60 seconds, I go to another channel. But if you have less channels, you'll actually stick it out through the entire program. So the same thing applies for a female. If a female gets bored or she gets very impatient with the one guy that she's talking to and she sees 20 other guys hitting up her DMs, 500 guys liking her posts, offering to take her out or to buy her, pay for her nails or whatever, it's very easy for her to get bored and for her to get impatient with that one guy and jump to the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. So her impatience can cause that as well, and it can cause her wanting to get that top guy so her needs can be met in her mind. That's how she views it. And the third reason is that she can quickly show off. You can be her walking trophy. You can be someone that she can show off to the gram and to her friends and to her family right away. Guys, girls love to compete. They love to compete in the dating. They do this for a living every single day. Matter of fact, why do you think girls never post their boyfriends? And I already made a video about this, but this is the number one reason why girls never post their boyfriends, is because girls know if they post their boyfriends, other girls want to start following their boyfriend just because that guy's in a relationship now, or they want to put him in their close friends. Girls love taking another guy away from a girl. They enjoy that shit. They do it for a living. The same way Michael Jordan was passionate about basketball is the same way girls love being a side chick and fucking up relationships. So that's just that's the messed up part about it. But nonetheless, that's just how they are. They love competing, and they love showing off to their friends every chance they get. So if they feel like they have a guy who's a big time commodity, a guy who's successful, he's tall, like whatever she likes, whatever she values to be at the top, she can't wait to flex. Girls love flexing. So anytime when they looking at IG, they looking at any type of person with a lot of status and money, they feel like, damn, I could flex with this guy right away. So I could show these chicks that I'm that bitch. That's just how it is. That's just how they are. That's just what it is. You can't really, there's nothing you can really do about it. That's just their nature at the end of the day. And the fourth reason why I would say girls want guys at the top and they don't want to wait, they'd rather wait for the guy at the finish line, is any guy who's very successful can decrease their financial stress. Now, I do see their point on this, because anytime when you are stressed out, it's mostly things that are due to financial. It is like the more money you have, the less financial problems you have. That's facts. That's the way the world has always been. So anytime if they lose a job, the man cover most of the bills, or if he loses his job, at least he accumulated a big, large savings, so they won't be in a hole. That's just what it is, man. They feel. Or here's another thing too: student loan debt. That's something that a lot of you guys overlook. You want to know why a lot of these girls want guys who have a shit ton of money? Because if they think if they get with them, they can wipe out their student loan debt. You see what's going on with Congress right now? Congress just deaded the student loan forgiveness thing. Biden got into office to see if he could forgive student loans. That was one of his promises, but Congress deaded that shit. So what does that mean? That means a lot of people in general, including women, being that they was the ones who went to college, like women outnumber men when it comes to college degrees. Women have gotten more college degrees than guys. So what does that mean? They got most of the student loan debt. So unfortunately, being that Congress deaded it, they're going to have to pay it. So some women will be in these relationships thinking like, oh, maybe he has so much money, he could wipe out my student loan debt and he could cure my financial stress. That's the gist of it. So those are the reasons why girls don't want you until you're at the finish line. And back to the point I said earlier about, Kaliii saying that, she's sitting here saying that, most guys leave, loyal chicks. Yeah, that's bullshit. Whatever. Like, please. There's no way I'm going to ever believe that. The facts don't even prove what she just said. That's the thing. So that's how my channel is, man. They talk feelings, I talk facts. See y'all later.